Hi everybody, welcome to Live Blogger. In the previous videos, we have been creating this scroll spy indicator using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So this is how it looks. We can see that there are different sections in our website. And here on the right side, we have these dots. And when we click on any of these dots, we are taken to that section. And here we can see that this section is active. So here we can see we have the red color for this dot. And we can also scroll down and up, and the correct section is active over here. So we're going to add this in our Blogger website in this video. Now I will leave the link of the source code in the description, so you can just go ahead and copy and paste the code to your website. So let's get started. Right here I'm in the dashboard of my Blogger website, and this is how it looks right now. We have added a theme which comes by default called Contempolite. So now let's go ahead and add this design to our Blogger website. So the first thing you have to do is click on this arrow and click on Edit HTML. And here we need to add the HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Right now in our website we have just one section which contains all the blog posts. So we will add some of these sections from here into our website so that we can make these dots work. And then in the end we will have this post section as the last section. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to our source code. And the first thing we will do is we will copy the HTML. So let's copy from this line of code till this line right here. Now you can easily go ahead and change the content of these sections over here. So instead of services, you can just add any HTML you want. And then here we have these dots, so you can also change the text that displays on the dots, and you can also add and remove any of these dots and also the corresponding sections. Right now let's copy this from here and let's go back to our theme code, and we will paste it just below the header. So this is the header, and then we have this post section. So we will add all these sections just between these two sections. So if you right click over here and click on inspect, and if you take a look at the structure of the website, here we can see we have this header, and after the header we have this division, and after the division we have another division which contains all the content of the post section. So we will add our sections just below the header. So let's go back to our theme code and let's search for the ending tag of header. So I'll just press Command F and let's search for /header. So this is the ending tag of the header. So let's make some space over here and let's paste the HTML right here. Right, we have pasted the HTML. Now here we can see we have these 4 sections, and we also want to add this section which has the posts along with these sections. Because if you go to the JavaScript of our code, here we can see that we are selecting all the sections in our website. So what we will do is we'll create a container division. So here I'll just create a division, and let's give it a class of my sections. And what we will do is we will end this my sections division after this division right here which contains all the posts. So I'll just delete this space from here. And let's create a section to contain this division so that we have the correct structure for our website. So let's type section, and let's give it an ID of posts, and we will close this section after this division. So I'll just click on this button to fold the code, and here we can see this is where the division ends. So after this I'll just close this section, and I will also close this container division which has the class of my sections. So let's type /div. Now if you save this and if you go back to our website, now if you take a look at the structure of our website, so if I right click over here and go to inspect, now here we can see we have this division with the class of my sections. And in that we have these sections that we just added, and then lastly we have this post section, and in that we have the division which contains all the posts. So this is how our structure looks right now. Now we can select all these sections inside the my sections division. So let's go back and first of all let's add the CSS. So let's go back to our source code and let's go to the style.css file and let's copy all the CSS from this line of code till the end. And let's copy and paste it over here inside our theme code. So let's scroll up and go to the CSS of the theme. And here we can see this is all the CSS. So let's go to the end of the CSS. And here let's make some space. And I'll just paste the CSS over here. Right now the next thing we will do is we will add the JavaScript. So let's go to the end of our theme code. And here just before the body ends, I'll just add the JavaScript. So let's create a script tag over here. And let's go back to our source code. And let's go to the main.js file and let's copy all this JavaScript from here. And let's paste it over here. And here we can see in this line of code we are selecting all the sections. So here I'll just add .mysections and it will select all the sections inside the my sections division, because our theme may have other sections as well. So we don't want to select any of those sections, we just want to select the sections that we just added. Right now let's save this and let's see how it looks. And now let's go back to our website and let's refresh this page. And here we can see all the sections are displayed and we also have the dots displayed over here. But the text is displayed one below the other, so we need to fix that. Let's scroll down and here we have the testimonial section, and if you scroll down, now here we can see there are some problems in the styling of some of the elements in this section. And if you go back to our CSS in the theme code, let's scroll up. And here we can see that we have set the font size to 40 pixels for all the content inside the section. So that's the reason why we have this large font size over here. So what we will do is we will add a specific class to all the sections that we have on the top. And for this section we will have another class so that we can style them differently. So let's go back and let's go to the HTML. And here for these sections let's also add a class. So let's type class and let's give it a class of custom section. And let's copy this class from here and we'll just paste it inside all the other sections. And then in the end we have this section right here, but it contains all the blog posts, so we don't want to have these styles applied to this section. So that's why we want to add the class over here. But for this we will add a different class. So let's tap class and let's give it a class of blogger section so that we can style this differently if we want. And if you go back to our website, here we can see that there are just 4 dots, but we have 5 sections in our website, including this last section which is the list of posts. So for that we have to go back to our code and we have to add that dot. So here we already added this section with an ID of posts. So here for the dots let's add one more anchor tag. So I'll just copy this and I'll just paste it down here. And here instead of testimonials let's type posts. And here for the href let's type hash posts, which is the ID. Right now let's use this custom section class in our CSS. So let's scroll up. So here instead of section I'll just type dot custom section. Now it will select the correct section. So here also we need to type dot custom section, and here also we need to type dot custom section. And if you go back to our website, here we can see that all the content of the text is displayed one below the other. So we need to fix that as well. So let's right click over here and click on inspect. And let's see what's the problem. And here on the right side, let's see whether we have any CSS property added by the theme. So let's scroll down. And here we can see we have word break and it is set to break word. So we have to change this to normal. Now if you hover over this, we can see that it looks alright. So we have to set the break word to normal. So let's go back to our CSS. And here in the scroll indicator, let's type word break and let's set it to normal. And we'll also add a z index so that it is on top of all the other elements. So let's type z index and let's set it to a high number. So I'll just type 900 and let's save it. And now let's go back to our website and let's refresh this page. Now we can see that the styling is correct over here, and on the right side we can see there are 5 dots. We also have posts over here, and everything is working alright. Now there is one bug we need to fix. So if we scroll down, here we can see for the posts section we don't have this dot active. Whenever the post section is displayed on the screen, we need to have this red background color for this dot, but it is not happening over here. It is happening for all the other sections. Now the reason for that is that if you go back to the JavaScript, here we can see that we have added options to our intersection observer, which we are using for detecting the elements when they appear on the screen. So here we can see we have added a threshold of 0.8. Now this simply means that whenever 80% of the element is displayed inside the viewport, we want to detect it. Now for all the other sections it is working alright, because here we can see now 80% of the section is being displayed. If you scroll down, so the second dot is active. Now if you scroll down for the post section, we have a lot of height for this post section, so it is not possible for 80% of this section to be displayed on the screen. So what we can do is we can simply decrease the height of the section, the outer wrapper. So if we go to the structure of the website, here we can see that we have this section which we have created, and in that we have this division. So we can simply go ahead and decrease the height of this section to be the same as all the other sections, and it will not affect anything else in our website. So let's go back and let's go to the CSS, and here let's select the blogger section. So here we can see we have this section with the class of blogger section. So let's select this section. Here I'll just type blogger section, and let's set the height to 70 viewport height, just like all the other sections, and let's save it. And now let's go back to our website and let's refresh this page, and now we can see that this dot is active, so everything is working alright. And let's also take a look at the mobile version, and this is the mobile version, and everything is working alright. Let's select one of these sections and we are taken to that section. So that's basically how you can add a scroll spy indicator to your Blogger website. Alright, so that's it for this video. I will leave the link of the source code in the description, and if you have any doubts you can ask in the comments below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.